Alright guys, welcome back to the Ultra Impact channel. This time we're going to be taking a look at the new reveal for HIMIKO Toga, SR HIMIKO Toga, there we go. She has been in beta, so we do have some of the information that Hydros has provided. Like, for real, big shout out to Hydros for all the information. As usual, she is actually a pretty decent unit, even though she's an SR. She's not going to be like top tier, but she is pretty decent. What does the tweet say? So HIMIKO Toga, her quirk is Makeover. The more you defeat your opponent with the strange thinking skill, the higher your crit chance will be, or the higher your crit rate will be. So she's actually pretty much a crit-based unit. Unfortunately, I don't have image translations up because image translation websites are kind of rough on the edges, but we do have, like I said, we do have all of her information, so we don't need to like go through all this kind of stuff. As usual, this is basically her synopsis right down here, and this is what some of her plus ultra is going to be, which we're going to look at right now. So this is blue HIMIKO Toga, tip of the blade. Let's start with her auto skill. So her auto skill, bizarre thinking, I think that's what they meant, right? Strange thinking or bizarre thinking. Increases your power by 5% each time you defeat an enemy. Increases your speed by 5% if your HP is less than 50%. Okay, so the lower your HP is, the higher your speed will be. Whereas each time you defeat an enemy, your power increases by 5%. And I believe the limit for the enemies on the field will be like 3. So well, if you have 3 enemies and you defeated 2, that means you have 10%. I think that's the max you probably get. Or if they're up to 5, and I keep forgetting the limit of the enemies around the field, but it does seem pretty decent. It's a decent ability. It's not bad, but it depends on how strong the enemy is going to be. So this isn't too bad, I suppose. Her first action skill is Love Flower, and it increases your power by 10% for 3 turns. And increases your crit rate by 10% for 3 turns. So this skill just basically increases power and crit by 10%. It's not bad. If you consistently use it, it can increase the chance of you actually getting a crit, which is good, I suppose. But like I said, it's not going to be the biggest buff, but at least it's good enough to actually get some support. If you actually do get this support along with the if you actually do get the support by, I forget who, I think it's, where is she at? If you get support with Yayarozu, she may be a little better, but for now I think it's decent enough. Her second action skill is I'll Stab You. Okay, that's a little rough. It deals 200% damage to one enemy. It's not like like usual SR units aren't going to have the biggest damage multipliers compared to others, and has a low chance of inflicting bleed to one enemy. So the low chance is still kind of rough to me. I think the rough chance, in my opinion, is like 10-20%, which is still low, which is considered low for most gacha games. But inflicting bleed, I think usually bleed in gacha games just deals like 1 or 2% of damage per turn every time the bleed effect is still on. So I don't know how long the bleed is going to last for, but it might last throughout the entire battle, so keep that in mind. But it's not too bad, like I said. Like I said, she's an SR, so we can't expect craziness out of her, but for sure. And her plus ultra is I'll Stab You plus really? Okay. Okay, so her plus ultra I'll Stab You does 350% damage to a single enemy. Okay, reduces power of a single enemy by 10% for 3 turns and has a medium chance of inflicting bleed. This time I think it's like 30-40% chance of inflicting bleed. It's a little better. If she was a UR, which I think they'll make another HIMIKO Toga that's a UR, she'll have a better chance of inflicting bleed. I think that would be the case. But it's not too bad, I suppose. It's only targeting one enemy, which makes sense because that's what most of the units have been. That's what most units have been doing when they target a single enemy, except for the bleed part. But you guys get the point. But she's pretty decent. Not the greatest, but not the worst. Also, we do have some plus ultra animations, courtesy of the one and only Hydros. Make sure you guys go check him out. He's already past 2,000 subscribers anyway, so let's see what her plus ultra looks like. Now, let me tell you this, I am a little late. Let's be honest. But here we go. Okay, that's usually these animations aren't supposed to be that crazy, but that's just how it goes. On a scale of 1 to 10, based on her kit alone, I'd say she's around a 6.5, maybe a 6. We won't know until she actually gets into game on her stats alone as well. But based on her kit, I'd say she's around 6.5, 6 out of 10. She's not the greatest, but at least it makes sense. And this is her unawakened and awakened art, like usual. That's just how all Ultra Impact characters will look like later on down the line when they release. But I think that is pretty much it on talking about HIMIKO Toga. If she is your favorite waifu, I won't be mad at you for that, but she's decent, I suppose. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below on what you guys think of HIMIKO Toga. Let's see if we can try to get this video up to like 5 likes. And by the way, thanks for the 10 subscribers. I'm actually really impressed of how far we gotten up to that point. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this content. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see more Ultra Impact content, update, news, character reveals, summons, and possibly live streams. So yeah. Hope you guys have a great day. Keep on keeping on. I'll see y'all in the next one.